Good afternoon. Welcome to the afternoon experiment. My name is Emanuel Livingston. I'm with you until I'm not sure. We'll see how it goes. Cause yesterday I said 4:30, and y'all kept me here till like 5:30, and then I was late going where I had to go, and so I had to blame y'all, cause it was y'all fault. But I'm here today. I'm not sure how long. I think it's gonna be a short show, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. As usual, come on in. Y'all know I like it when y'all say hello to me. It makes me feel like somebody. So let me say hello back. Robert Willis. What's up with you, Robert Willis? We got Pamela. Pamela in the house. Good afternoon, Pamela, representing North Avondale. David, celebrating his secondness. Good afternoon, David. We got Anthony in the house. Anthony, representing the Wood. Got Karen in the house. Good afternoon, Karen, representing Westwood. Preston. Preston, good afternoon. Good afternoon. David says he's checking in from Westchester. All right, he representing Westchester. All right. And that's about it so far. Let me say this. I want to talk just a little bit about the Lincoln Ware show. I'm feeling a little lethargic today. I'm feeling a little lethargic today, so forgive me. Oh, hold on. Take that out. I don't need that in. Sorry, I was listening to Wyatt. He's still on. I was listening to Wyatt. Wyatt, he did steal some of my thunder earlier in his show. Sorry, gotta put that in the case. Wyatt stole some of my thunder earlier in his show. But y'all know I want to talk a little bit about Lincoln Ware's guest today. I want to talk a little bit about Lincoln Ware's guest today. But before I do that, a few more people have shown up. Let me see. I know I said Preston. I said David. Brenda. Good afternoon, Brenda. Brenda checking in from Fairfield. Good afternoon. We got Diane. Diane, good afternoon. Diane representing Covington. Brent in the house. Brent in the house, checking in from the Kroger bathroom. All right. Brent representing, I know he's Dallas, Texas. Sierra checking us out from Boston. All right. Anthony says nobody was expecting you to be on E. Hater. Yeah, hater. That's all right. We got, hold on, somebody said, look, most times I hope y'all can tell when I'm calling people like a hater, and it's a shame that you have to explain this stuff to people, but people send me messages. And I be like, y'all awareness, like, where is y'all sense of humor? Y'all sense of awareness with regard to judging a person's voice and, you know, their expressions and all of that kind of stuff. I don't really think that Anthony hates me. It's about 2 or 3 people who send me messages all the time when I say Anthony's a hater. I don't think he really hates you, man. I'm not. Come on, y'all. Y'all got to get better at this. I shouldn't have to explain, you know, sarcasm and facetiousness and, you know, all of that kind of stuff. Like, come on. Come on, y'all. Regina, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Tracy, good afternoon. Thank you for joining us, representing Northside. Deborah, representing Forest Park. Good afternoon, Deborah. Yo Underwood, good afternoon. Yo Underwood. McConnell in the house, representing Springdale. Good afternoon. Got Tria representing Columbia Township. Good afternoon. David says we're waiting on our chat room rich friend. Don't look. don't let her convince y'all that she's not rich. I I might exaggerate the level of her wealth, but the chick talks about the south lawn of the high school. She ain't talking about just no little small yard on the high school. They did archery. Like they had an archery class. I'm telling y'all, at Aiken, they would have never gave us no damn archery class. Here is your bow and your arrows. Because I'd have been like, Steve, I got you in my sight, Steve. You know what I'm saying? They would have never done that. Yo, Jerry, look, Jerry, over here, look. Jerry went, oh, don't be pointing that thing at me. Come on, they knew we would have acted like some damn fools. They would have never gave us no real bows and arrows at Aiken. I don't know about them other schools, but I know at Aiken they wouldn't. So when she be pretending she ain't rich, just think about the stuff she be saying. Maria, representing North College Hill. Anthony, yeah, we not beefing at all. Anthony, I know you know, but it's a few people who watch and they send me messages because they're really concerned. I'm like, come on, y'all, let's just be a little more aware. Like, did y'all like not have any humor in y'all lives growing up? Brent says, I think the Bible says to hate the hate, not the hater. I think I've seen that in there too. Andrea, representing downtown. Got Black Lion in the house. Good afternoon. Oh, I didn't say good afternoon, Andrea. Good afternoon, Andrea. Because I appreciate you being here. Good afternoon, Black Lion. Phyllis in the house. Good afternoon, Phyllis. Erica representing Reading, where the police will get your ass. I think that's their motto. What's our motto? So where the police will get your ass. Like, oh. But good afternoon, Erica. Let's see. Chelsea, good afternoon, Chelsea. Representing Northern Ohio, where the high is 26 degrees. It ain't that much higher here, or at least it didn't feel like it when I went out there. So don't be trying to garner no sympathy. Who told you to move to Northern Ohio? You made a decision. Your life choices are your life choices. Don't be trying to get no sympathy. Quintano in the house. Good afternoon, Quintano. Representing Mount Auburn. Got Nikki. She's in the house. She says, good afternoon, everyone. Breenie, representing Kentucky. Good afternoon, Breenie. Thank you for joining. Mary, the W.O., representing White Oak. All right, Mary. Pamela, talk about I had archery in school also. Where'd you go to school? And what year was this? The 50s don't count. Where did you go to school and what year was this? Let's see. Daryl in the house. Daryl say, what up, family? What's up? Good afternoon. Shahara says, good afternoon. Facebook Live people. She's present and she's representing Bond Hill. All right. Daryl says, just leaving Wyatt's show. It was a good one. It was. Now what you got for us? Don't compare the two. That's not fair. You can't compare my show to Wyatt's show. Wyatt got a whole studio. Wyatt is rich. You know what I'm saying? That's not hate. I don't hate rich people. I appreciate my rich friends. He done turned me on to some stuff through his richness to help me be rich. So that's another reason why I don't hate on Wyatt. Again, I keep telling y'all, like y'all know, some of y'all know, I do screen printing. I didn't print this. I do screen printing. I'm still relatively new in the screen printing game. And so it's some stuff that I don't know. I'm still learning. I'm, humble enough to admit that, I'm new in this thing. what am I, like I might be 3 years in now. I'm like 3 years in. And I know some other screen printers. And I asked a couple screen printers that I know. Like, I'll be asking them, like, where do you get your supplies? Like, where's the best place to get supplies? Where can I get, cheaper supplies? I want to save money where I can save money without sacrificing quality and all that kind of stuff. And nobody will share any information. It's like a closely guarded secret. And so I have to go out and find these places because I was ordering all my stuff online. So I'm ordering all my stuff online, and then, sometimes it might take a week to get there. I found a spot where I can get it sometimes overnight, but of course you got to pay that extra overnight charge. Well, now I found a couple spots here locally that existed. They've existed here locally the whole time, but nobody would tell me. You can't just Google it. I tried. And so you got to figure stuff out. Well, I'm doing this and I'm talking to Wyatt. Wyatt, actually, I think he heard me saying something on the show. I think he heard me saying something on the show. Either that or I was typing a message. Somehow, it wasn't during a personal conversation that we were having, but somehow he misunderstood what I was saying, but that's okay. But he was like, look, bro, don't be going there for no supplies. He said, oh, hold on a second. I thought I saw I had a call coming in. He said, don't be going there for supplies. He said, here is where you go to get supplies. And this is a place where you can go locally. You can order it today. You can pick it up today. And it's deeply discounted. And he said, you got to become a member in order to get the discounts. But until you become a member, he said, I'm already a member. Because I used to, y'all know why I be cussing. Because I used to fuck around in that, arena a little bit. He said, so what you can do is until you become a member, just give them my name and you can use my discount. And I was like, word? He was like, yeah, just go in there, tell them Wyatt. Tell them Wyatt. And I was like, okay. And he was like, he said, okay, it might not be that simple. He said, but here's what I want you to do. You write down the model number of everything that you want. Or it ain't technically model number, I'm saying that. You write down the model number of everything that you want and you shoot it to me. He said, because it's, the way you do it, it's got to be connected to your account. And so you wouldn't just be able to go in there and pay for it with cash or whatever. He said, but you write down the stuff that you want. You got to be very specific. Write down the exact number. He said, but you do that, I'll put the order in. I'll pay for the order. You go pick up the order, and then, you good for it. Just give me the money back when you can give me the money back. And y'all know me. I'm like, nah, I'll get you the money back. I'll put the money in, I'll cash app you as soon as I tell you what I want, and I get the final price. Because the way it was, I couldn't see the final price. So he was like, well, this is what we do. You just call me, tell me the numbers. I'll put it in. I'll tell you exactly what the price is. And then you can just cash app that to me. He was like, then I pay for it. And then you can just give it about an hour. And then you can just drop by and pick it up. And I was like, okay, cool. And then I did that. And when I got there, I talked to them. They told me how to go about becoming a member. It's a little bit of a process. And I did all of that. And I'm a member now. Actually, I ain't trying to tell his business, but I saw him. I was picking up some stuff recently at the spot, and I had ordered, and I went there, and I was waiting on my order to be done because I ordered, and then I went straight there. So I was probably there a half hour after I ordered, but you need to give them at least an hour. But while I'm sitting there waiting for my order, in comes Wyatt. I'm like, hey, I know you. He was like, oh, what's up? I need to talk to you. I'm gonna holler at you later. I'm like, all right, cool. Bet. I'm like, there you go. So I'm telling y'all, I know some of y'all be hating on the stuff he be talking about, but he a good dude. And like I said, I know some people who are in the screen printing, been doing screen printing for years, who would not turn me on to some of this stuff. And I remember I specifically asked one particular dude, like, hey, you know what I'm saying? I know you're doing this. How do I do that? And he was like, don't even worry about that yet. You'll get there one day. I was like, no, I'm kind of there now. Like, I know I'm brand new, but I got an order that I need to fulfill, and I need these supplies. And, you know what I'm saying? If I can get, where can I get a good deal on them? And he was like, no, for real, don't worry about that. You'll get there. You'll get there at some point. Just focus on doing what you're doing. I'm like, what? What? So yeah, I'm down with Wyatt. Don't compare me and Wyatt. Wyatt is rich. He got resources. I can't do as good a show as he can do on my best day. All right, just let me be me. That I don't know. All of that just to say that. I don't know. Now, when you made me think about it, I wanted to. I think I've mentioned it before, but you know, I like to shout him out about that because he don't just say it. He don't just say it. He do it. He do it. Carolyn, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Steban, representing Westwood. Good afternoon. Jeannie, good afternoon. She's representing Covington, Kentucky. Sabrina says, me too for archery. You too what? You went to Aiken. You didn't have no archery. What are you talking about? What are you saying? Tessie, representing Beachmont. Tessie representing Beachmont. Pamela, she went to St. Ursula Academy, class of 81. I know you might not know this, but that is not a Cincinnati public school. That's, you know what I'm saying? I could see them having archery. Jeannie says she took archery in college. Okay, that makes sense. In college. I'm talking about in high school. Darren, good afternoon, Darren. Thank you for joining the show. Nikki says we still haven't gotten our afternoon experiment shirts. I did afternoon experiment shirts. I didn't make them available. I'll be honest. I halfway, some stuff, like I don't mind selling stuff. To people. But it's hard to explain. I want to be able to just make the shirts and give them out, but I got to figure out a way to give them out. Just, it's a big deal to me. So just relax. I'm gonna figure something out. I want to make the shirts available. I do kind of want to sell them, but I kind of want to give them away to people who support the show. But people who don't support the show, ain't no damn reason for them to be buying no afternoon experiment shirts. But you know what I'm saying, all of the raw product costs a little bit of money. So I'll figure it out. Jason, good afternoon. Checking in from Fairfield. Let me see. I saw where Brittany says she took archery at Walnut Hills, which is a CPS school. Not really. I mean, I know it is, but not really. They don't treat it like they treat the other schools. If they treated all the other schools like they treat Walnut Hills, then they would all be much better. But CPS like Walnut Hills, and they hate the rest of their schools. So, you know, it's different. It's not. Hold on. Item numbers. Okay. Yes. That there is an actual. It's not the item number, but it's the same idea. There's an actual phrase that but it don't matter. It's not that important. It's not that important. Um, Good afternoon, Sean. Thank you for coming to the show. I appreciate you. LaDonna representing East Price Hill. All right. I appreciate you. I don't know what Ross Freeman is saying because I can't figure out how to allow his comments back after I had to block him. He know why I blocked him. I unblocked him, but he know why I blocked him. If he don't remember why I blocked him, I told you not to get that crazy lady the information to get on this show, and you did. And I told you, if you do that, I'm going to block you. And you did it anyway, and you thought that shit was funny. That's why you initially got blocked. Now, I unblocked you for everything, but I can't figure out. I'm sure I could if I took the time. But I can't figure out exactly how to unblock you on Restream. But everybody else can still see your comments. So that's just as good as not being blocked. Brenda's in the house. Good afternoon, Brenda. McConnell says that was some sucker stuff he said. It was. And I don't know what he thought. I was trying to move too fast or whatever. But if you ask me and I got some information that I can help you with, I'll give you the information. But he didn't. He didn't. But Wyatt did. So, I got the information. Wow. Help over, not hand out. LaDonna says your show is great. Thank you. I'm just, being fake humble. I'm just being fake humble. I think I do all right. Let me see. Kelly, good afternoon, Kelly. Good afternoon. Thank you for joining the show. Cam says, if you do not believe in each one, teach one, you hustling backward. And Wyatt who? His name is Randall Wyatt. He does a show here locally on Facebook and YouTube and I don't know, all the other platforms. He typically comes on at 1:30ish. And I always encourage people to go check out his show. Tina in the house. Good afternoon, Tina. Tina been hating on me lately. I don't know why. We're going to have a sit down. Get all of the hate out the way. Good afternoon, Tina. We got Dante in the house. Dante says, E-Main. What's up? Mayosha. So, but I'm late. Was talking to my mama. Are you talking about me with the archery? I think you're the only archer I actually know. So yeah, I'm talking about you. Let's see. I already read that. Tina says she just saw the Shirley Caesar lobster commercial. That's not Shirley Caesar. I don't know why that bothered me so much. Because Lincoln actually believes it's Shirley Caesar singing about Red Lobster. It's not. Even the song was not a Shirley Caesar song. It wasn't a song. It was just something that somebody lifted off of a sermon and put some music to it, and it caught on. It is not Shirley Caesar. And the woman don't even sound like Shirley Caesar. I see there are some, they found someone with somewhat of a similar sound, but that lady don't sound like Shirley Caesar. Some of y'all be so easily bamboozled. Oh, let me see. Kirkland. All right, William Kirkland, the Honorable William Kirkland says, greetings, arriving late once more again, but I'm here. I appreciate you being here. Pamela, sorry, St. Ursula is a private school and OLA was a Catholic school. I never went to a public school. La-dee-da. All right. She never went to a public school. Oh, let's see. How long until he gets blocked again? Well, I can't even see what he's saying to block him because his stuff don't show up on Restream, and I don't have my Facebook page and my YouTube page and all that stuff open. I just see everything through the Restream show. So y'all can see what he says. I genuinely have no idea what he's saying. Let me see. I think that's it. Tina says, I thought Wyatt quit. No, he didn't quit. I think he was gonna quit, but I think he got an outpouring of support and, we changed his mind. So yeah, no, he came back the next day. And Tina's talking about never. You be hating sometimes, Tina. You be hating. It's all right. Let's see. And they talking about shit that sound like Shirley Caesar. Y'all must have never really listened to Shirley Caesar. Shirley Caesar is an interesting lady. She's an interesting lady. She kind of, you know how like she's an older lady, and so she kind of like, I don't know how to put it because I don't want to say it like I'm being negative because I like her. She's always nice to me when we encounter each other, but she's that very matter-of-fact grandmama Lee person. And so if you could take it, you could take her personality like, damn, she mean. Or, you could take her personality like, the way I think it is, like she's very matter of fact. She know what she want. She know what she expect, and blah blah blah. But I'll tell you, that lady don't sound nothing like Shirley Caesar. Tria says you didn't have to say Lottie. She said it like, oh, I've never been to a public school. Like, oh, okay, all right. Let's see. Oh, that sounds like Miss Natty on that commercial. I just noticed you have on a Bengals sweatshirt. You funny. What's funny about that? What's funny about a sweatshirt? It's a sweatshirt. Oh, because I don't watch the NFL. I shouldn't wear NFL gear that I already had. I didn't go out and buy no NFL gear. I already have this. I don't even know where. I don't think well, that's not true. I bought Minnesota Vikings hat. And I think that's the only actual NFL gear I've ever bought was a few Minnesota Vikings fitted caps. I don't know where I got this sweatshirt from, but this thing is like old. So it's just a shirt. I look at this the same way I look at the fraternity and sorority gear. You know what I'm saying? Same way I look at fraternity and sorority gear. I'm not a Bengal. I'm not actually property of the Bengals. I just wear the shirt. If I had on a A by A shirt, it would be the same. I'm not a member. I don't belong to them. It's just a shirt. Now, they might jump me and murder me, but it's just a shirt. Mary says, not old. Say vintage. Nah, this old. Shahara says, okay, I didn't say anything like that. Just an observation. Damn. I'm just saying, I know what the observation meant. You can try to, fool me. I'm the king of talk, damn it. I know, even though this ain't verbal talk, this is still talk. It's under my jurisdiction. So I can see through. You can't fool me. Like, I didn't really mean that. I know exactly what you meant. That's a part of the burden of being the king of talk. Come on. Ron Omega. Say, what's up? What's up, Ron Omega? Say, yeah, that looked like a sweatshirt from 1988, Icky Shuffle days. I don't know where I got it from. For all I know, somebody got it for me at the thrift store and gave it to me. I'm all right with that. All right. Now, here's what I kind of wanted to discuss. I was listening, of course, to the Lincoln Ware show today. And like I already said, Wyatt stole some of my thunder. So I'm not even going to get into it the way I want to get into it. I want to get into it from this perspective. What is wrong with y'all? What is wrong with y'all? Why were y'all? Oh, I wish I had the parental warning today. I need a parental warning today. Because I have to say some words that, because y'all know I don't cuss, but I have to say a few words. I don't know that they're cuss words, but they're not words that you want little kids to hear. All right? Why were y'all all on Bronson's dick today? That's the same dude who, see, I think some of y'all, people forget stuff. People forget stuff. I don't know how people forget stuff. But the same thing happened when Fangman came in. They was all on Fangman dick. Like, Fangman wasn't trying to get black people killed by the police in the early 2000s. Like, Fangman wasn't anti-black in the early 2000s. But then he come to the show and, you know, he pulls his Wally from Leave It to Beaver. And then everybody all on his dick, like people who know that dude is a racist was calling in like, hi, Keith Fangman. I know we butted heads back in the day, but you're such a wonderful guy. I'm like, it's still the same damn Keith Fangman. He ain't changed. He just took off the uniform. He still don't like your black ass. Why? Why? Why do y'all do that? What is the incentive? What is the incentive for the current people out there doing the hard work of racism to not do it? What, because you're going to give them a hard time now, but then once they retire from the hard work of racism, then you're going to say it's okay and we love you? No. That shit got to last. That shit got to last. I remember you was a racist. Well, I'm not a racist anymore. Yes, you are, because you're still talking about they need to stop taking down the damn Confederate. People start texting me. You're still talking about they need to stop taking down the Confederate soldiers. You still the same dude. Oh, but you selling a book. And y'all, I just so, because it's so much and I want to say it all at the same time, but sound and voices don't work that way. I'll get to the book in a minute. But I get frustrated when I see this. Let me ask you this. I don't know a whole lot about, I'll be watching, I'm sorry, Janice. I'll be watching documentaries and stuff about World War II, and the Nazis and all of that kind of stuff. But I know that, what's his name? Goebbels? I think that's the way it's pronounced. I don't remember his first name. I knew it earlier today because I actually typed it in the chat. But he was basically the Nazi propaganda guy. Like, he ran the whole Nazi propaganda machine. I don't know. I got to look it up. Because I want to say it's Hans, but it's not. What is his name? Some of y'all know. I knew it earlier today. What is Goebbels' first name? The dude who was the Nazi propaganda dude. What was his first name? See, I should be able to ask y'all this stuff and y'all give me the answer. Herring? It wasn't Herring. It wasn't Herring. Oh, what was his name? Come on, y'all should know this. Joseph Goebbels. He was the Nazi propaganda dude. He was the Nazi propaganda dude, right? He did the I'm laughing because y'all giving me ridiculous names. He was the machine. He was the machine. Do you think that the Jewish community, if Joseph Goebbels was still here today, he'd come back and be like, I wrote a book about Jewish culture? And they would be like, oh, we love you, Goebbels. You've changed. Now, bro, you was responsible. You was responsible for setting the mindset that got millions of us exterminated. You were responsible for creating a mindset about us and enforcing it and reinforcing it. That was what you did. That was your job. That was your job. Y'all really think he could come back to the Jewish community 7 years later and be like, I wrote this book. I want you to buy it. I'll put some good stuff about Jewish people in it. Or not even good, but I'll put some stuff about Jewish people in it. And the Jewish people would be, oh, we love you. You're such a one. I know we gave you a hard time when you were persecuting us, but it's a new day and people change. And so now we love you. Now they was like, hunt that MF down. Hunt him down. If they find a Nazi today, they don't just be like, well, maybe he changed. He could have married a Jewish woman and a white woman and fathered some Asian kids and all of that stuff. Been, received Man of the Year award and the Influencer of the Year award from Negrio. You know what I'm saying? He could have did all of that stuff, but they find him like, what? He was a Nazi guard? Block his ass up and try him. But I got a book about good Jewish people. No, that disregard for you had to last forever. It's got to last forever. But some of these people that's been doing this stuff to us here in Cincinnati, man, they come back 15 years later with a book and we love them. They come back 10 years later, with a nice clean shave and a smile, and I can't wait to have my name mentioned alongside his name. Oh, I want to call in to make sure he remember me. Remember me, Keith Fangman? I used to call you racist all the time. Remember me? Oh, yeah, I remember you. Oh, we had such good times being enemies. And just the way you used to advocate for killing unarmed black kids. I remember you, and I remember that time so fondly. It's good to hear from you again. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? Peter Bronson spent, I don't know about his whole career, but his career here in Cincinnati, trying to stoke the flames of hatred against black people. All the way up to Judge Tracy Hunter. I said it on Lincoln Ware Show. I typed it in. I remember Peter Bronson being in the studio. And there was a conversation, of course, going on surrounding Judge Tracy Hunter. And he was as red and furious as I've seen, because the conversation was Tracy Hunter is not guilty of what she's being accused of. He was in the studio. He literally was cussing in the studio. Of course, it was on the break. But he was mad as hell. I believe the quote was, "What the fuck are they talking about? She's fucking guilty as hell." He wanted to see Judge Tracy Hunter be found guilty and everything that came along with it. He was 100% against that woman. I remember he was out of town for the riots. But when he came back in town, he wrote a second, third-hand account of the riots. And guess who was not the good guy? Guess who he thought was responsible for the death of Timothy Thomas? Spoiler, it wasn't Officer Roach. The person who actually shot him. But he comes into this, oh, I wrote a book. Oh, I wrote a book. I ain't mad at Lincoln for having him home. I think Lincoln should have challenged his ass. But even then, everybody, oh, well, it's about the book. Oh, it's about the book. The book is celebrating the Black Brigade. The book ain't celebrating the Black Brigade. Y'all fall for some of the silliest stuff. The book mentions the Black Brigade. What was the name of the book? Anybody remember the name of the book? What was it? The Man Who Saved Cincinnati? You think the man who he's given credit for saving Cincinnati is the Black Brigade? No, it's the man who put the Black Brigade up there with no weapons. The white man is the hero of the book. Now, of course, he didn't really delve too much into that on The Buzz because he understands who the audience is. So I'm trying to sell a book. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to focus on the part that this audience might be interested in. I'm going to talk about the Black Brigade. Now, I want to say who didn't know about the Black Brigade, but there are people who didn't know. But his book ain't about the Black Brigade. They're mentioned in the book, sure. That's what he focused on today, sure. But that ain't what the book is about. The book is about the man who saved Cincinnati. Do you think when he go down to 700 and promote that book, he gonna spend that much time talking about the Black Brigade and how racism is such a bad thing in Cincinnati and how bad black people had it in Cincinnati and how the Inquirer had it wrong because they were the pro-slavery newspaper? You think that's what he doing when he go down to 700? He ain't mentioning the damn Black Brigade. He's selling y'all a book and y'all all on his dick like he giving props to black people. He ain't changed. I need y'all to stop falling for that shit. I'm not even saying hate on him. I hate on him. But I'm not even telling you to hate on him. But y'all talking about it like, oh, so great. He's teaching us history. He's teaching us our history. Oh, where else would we hear this from? Oh, if you don't like it, then write your own book. But at least he wrote a book about our history. He didn't write a fucking book about your goddamn history. He's trying to sell you a book promoting some white dude. What is wrong with y'all? What's wrong with y'all? I get tired of seeing it. I'm sorry, Lamont. Lamont say, calm down, nasty mouth. I get tired of seeing it. And sometimes it's the people who were, like I said, just straight up, toe-to-toe fighting this dude. So you know how racist he is. Yes, I'm going back to Fangman. You know how racist he is. You know what he was trying to do to Black Cincinnati. But because he on the air, you want to call with your sweet girl voice on and shout him out? What's the what incentive for the current racist people who running around trying to create a situation where Black people are underclass and permanent underclass and all that kind of stuff? Because in spite of what people say, there are people who are out here who oppose Black people achieving. And what, when they get together and they like, oh man, they hate me. Black people hate me. Oh, Black people hate me. Oh my goodness, Black people hate me. You know what Fame ain't gonna tell them? That's all right. Give it 10 years and then come back and just smile at them. They'll forget all about that. You know what Bronson gonna tell them? And then if they don't forget all about it right then, just say something good about Black people. Just something factual about their history. Like, you don't even have to really be celebrating them. Just say something factual about their history, and they'll say, oh, he's on our side. He's teaching us our history. They'll love you then. What is wrong with y'all? So I'm sorry. I just, when I was listening to the interview and reading the comments on Lincoln's page and all of the people giving dude props, I'm like, okay, some of them might not know who he is. They might not know what he's done. But I thought, surely when he said they need to stop taking down those Confederate statues, because that's the same as not talking about the Black Brigade. I'm like, whoa. So you really believe that there's any level of equivalence to Confederates who were fighting in large part to continue slavery, and Black people who were fighting unarmed, underappreciated for a country that wasn't going to appreciate them afterwards and was going to treat them like shit for many years to come? You think those are the same? And I thought, see, now people going to see through it now. People going to see through it. But they didn't. It was like 2 or 3 people who was like, yeah, now he's showing his true colors. And then as always, which is frustrating to me, I remember, what is his name? There's a comedian. He's dead now. He was, close with Richard Pryor. He was gay. I don't know why I can't remember his name. What's his name? The comedian that I'm thinking about. Richard Pryor. He wrote for Richard Pryor. He was Negrodamus in on the Chappelle show. What's his name? I can't think of his name. Paul Mooney. Thank you, Ernest. I remember he was in town. I done told y'all this story too. He was in town, and he told us this story. He said he was at a comedy club, and he was doing his style of comedy. And yeah, if you know who Paul Mooney is, Paul Mooney talked about a lot of racial stuff in his comedy. He basically just sat down and talked in his comedy show, but he talked about a lot of racial stuff. He said that he was in a room at this comedy show, and it was filled with white people. And the white people was laughing. He said, but it was a Black couple in there. He said, and the only people who were offended was the Black couple. And they got up and they made a big scene about how dare he do all of this stuff, and he's a racist, and white people gonna feel uncomfortable and blah blah blah, and they stormed out of the show. As they were addressing him about how horrible of a person he was for telling all of these racial jokes, he said to them, White people don't ever have to worry about defending themselves because it's going to always be some sellout ass in, he said the word, to stick up for white people in the face of the truth. So as the 2 or 3 people were saying, this guy's a racist. This dude is a racist. It was 2 or 3 people on there. Oh, God has changed his heart, I'm sure. Don't people have a right to change? Why are you guys being so negative about him? It's so unseemly for you guys to be saying bad things about him. Don't you remember? I can't even remember his name. The Governor Wallace. Don't you remember Governor Wallace? God changed his heart. And I'm like, damn, you going hard for this white dude. White people don't have to worry about nothing because there's always going to be some sellout ass black person to, take up for him. He could be whipping your ass and you would be talking about, oh, don't say anything bad about him. I deserve these whips. I deserve to get my ass beat. And again, I'm not telling you gotta hate him. I'm not telling you gotta hate him. Maybe you didn't know. A lot of people don't know. They didn't know who he was. They didn't pay much attention to the fact that he was, you know what I'm saying, the dude who basically was the Joseph Goebbels of Cincinnati at the height of the racial tensions in the early 2000s. They didn't know. But I mean, even outside of that, the stuff that he said, yeah, and I don't really like to give Pharaoh a lot of credit. I don't like to give Pharaoh a lot of credit because he get on my nerves. But Pharaoh done told us that same stuff. Doug done told us that same stuff. When Doug and Pharaoh tell us, that's boring. Oh, get him off the air. Oh, hang up. Next caller. Move along. Oh, come on. What's wrong with him? All this, all that. When a white man come and say the same thing that 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 black men done told you, oh my goodness, this is so good. I didn't know this. You didn't know it because it didn't come from a white man before. But black men done told you the exact same shit. It was boring coming from them. I get frustrated. Why I was talking about something today, and why I was, basically talking about what I'd call cooperative economics. He actually used me as an example. He said, man, you make shirts. So say, man, you go and he buys shirts from me. And man, you go buy his ink from, I don't know, Daryl. And man, you go buy his screens, I think he said, from Ross. And man, you go get Vincent to do his software. And that all worked together. All this black businessman working with all these other black businesses. And he was talking about the Mexican restaurants. I'm not doing a good job of translating the whole conversation because I'm actually going out of order. But he was talking about, he sees a whole lot of Mexican restaurants popping up all over the place. And they're doing business. He said, but you don't hardly see that many soul food restaurants. He said, why is it that these Mexicans can come in and do all of these restaurants and they all do decent? But the soul food restaurants struggle like a mug to stay afloat. And some of that is that old school, the white man ice is colder. Well, the Mexican man ice is colder too. Everybody's ice is colder than the black ice. Their food is better. They work harder. They this, they that. It's always, they gonna support them. And then we gonna support them. But it's hard to find us to support us. We can always look at somebody else and think they better. They work harder. You know, their work ethic is such that, no, we got the same damn work ethic. It's different culture, so we do things differently. But we'll hire, the Mexican. We'll listen to the white man. We'll do all of that kind of stuff. A black man come like, hey, I want to do whatever. Nah, I worked with a black man once before, and he didn't do a good job. How many black men did you work with? Well, I tried them. I gave them a shot. I don't know. Have you ever worked with a Mexican that, didn't do the job thoroughly? Yeah, you probably did. But you know what you did? When that Mexican didn't do the job, you went to another Mexican. You gave another Mexican a shot. How many of these? I went to a gas station this morning. A gas station owned and run by Arabs. I got nothing against Arabs. Nothing against Arabs. But this dude, the pumps wasn't working. He told us he ran out of gas. He ran out of gas. The pumps wasn't working. He didn't want to give us our money back, talking about, oh, just wait, we'll get it fixed. And it is 8:30 in the morning. I got places to be. Give me my money back. Oh, we get the pumps working. We'll get the pumps working. I want to say it was probably 6 of us sitting there like, no, bruh, you going to give us our money back or we about to have a problem. And I told him, I'm not putting no hands on nobody. I would just call the police and tell them you are stealing my money. Because I paid for gas and the gas pumps don't work. The natural order of things is you give me my money back so that I can go to the Arab next door and pay for his gas. And then when I said I was going to call the police, he was like, okay. And gave everybody their money back. But do that mean I ain't going to ever go to an Arab store again? Come on, that don't mean that. But if that would have been a black, let that be, what is it, J-Raj on the gas station up there? Let that be J-Raj. Let that be J-Raj. And it's 6 black people up there, and something happened to the pumps, and he don't want to give you your money back. First, it would have been all kind of hell. People wouldn't have been as calm. And second, the word would be out, don't go to J-Raj, he gonna try to steal your money. Black people always messing up. How you a black-owned gas station and you run out of gas? That's why I don't shop with black people. Nobody said that about the Arab dude. We'd be hard on ourselves. But let a white man come in and mention Black Brigade. Oh, this is good. Oh, this is good. His delivery wasn't no better than, it might have been a little better than Pharaoh. It might have been a little better than Pharaoh. It wasn't much better than Doug. And one idea, oh, the information, oh, this is good. Oh, this is good. All right, I think I'm done. Can't wait till they bring it. I wasn't listening the day that Charlie Lukin apparently came on. I guess Lincoln had Charlie Lukin on. I wasn't listening the day that Charlie Lukin came on Lincoln's show when they were talking about the train, the sale of the train and all that kind of stuff. I wasn't listening that day. But in my mind, I could just imagine, ooh, Charlie Lukin. Can I call in and talk to Charlie Lukin? Ooh, Charlie Lukin, I remember when you was the mayor. You was the best mayor ever. Oh, I can't believe you had Charlie Lukin on. Oh, I can't believe it. I'm just imagining what happened. The dude that said, how many times was it that you would that police was allowed to say the N-word before they got in trouble? Remember, I'm gonna go lock up some dopers. Everybody know that dude didn't say doper. He said the N-word. It's on tape. This one, I believe they were actually using tape. But let Charlie Luken come in. Let Charlie Luken come in. Y'all gonna fall in love with Charlie Luken. All he gotta do is smile. Forget all of the racist stuff that he did. Just forget it. It don't matter. That's Charlie Luken. We love you, Charlie Luken. We love you. And it'll be the exact same people who was down there saying that the police shouldn't be able to call us the N-word. And he was saying, yeah, they should. We love you, Charlie Luken. Remember when we used to butt heads about the N-word? We love you, Charlie Luken. I'm so glad that you're doing good in your retirement, Charlie Luken. We love you. Remember, Kiki, you said they can call us the N-word like 3 times before they get in trouble. You were so silly back then, Charlie Luken. We love you, Charlie Luken. Oh, remember me? I used to come down and talk before council when you were saying that they could call us the N-word, and I was saying, no, they can't, Uncle Charlie. Remember? I used to call you Uncle Charlie. Remember that? Them was good times. What is wrong with y'all? But I don't know. I guess it's something to, being attached to what you perceive as greatness. Oh, I can attach myself to your whiteness. And it makes me more whatever. It's water, by the way. Water. We forget stuff like too quick. And it don't mean you have to walk around in a perpetual state of being angry. It don't. But just get off his tip. Get off his tip. Peter Bronson, I'm sure he feel good now. He went in there. He had the Lincoln Wearing show, and he had that audience wrapped around his little finger. Doug, come on. Doug say the same thing. Yeah, Doug sound like he crying every now and then, but he still, you know what I'm saying? He gives good history. Look, when I tell y'all, I know that Doug on my show talked about the Black Brigade. In all honesty, that's how I was familiar with him, from hearing Doug talk about it. Doug Springs. Hearing Doug Springs talk about it. And when I remember when I had him on my show, people was like, oh, this is boring. Hang up. Next call. He been on for 5 minutes, Emanuel. Dang. He was just the co-host of the show. Dang, Emanuel. I was like, he was sharing information I didn't know. Wasn't Peter Bronson on for felt like 45 minutes today? And nobody was like, oh, Lincoln, kick him out the studio. That's enough. It's boring. It's boring. It's a white man saying it. This is good. This is good. And again, the book ain't even about the Black Brigade. He just mentioned that because he was on. You know what I'm saying? He knew he was on the bus. It's the only reason he mentioned it. The man who saved Cincinnati was not the Black Brigade. No, it's a book about history, and he's teaching our history. Did I call into the Lincoln Warren show? No, I didn't call into the Lincoln Warren show. I was busy. I was at work. I was able to text in, or send a message to the chat, but I was not able to call in. And my issue ain't even for people to call in and call him on his bullshit. That wasn't even my issue. If anybody should have called him on his bullshit, it should have been Lincoln. I didn't expect Lincoln to do it. But if anybody, if I had any real expectation that somebody would do it, it would have been Lincoln. But he knew how to wrap Lincoln up real quick. Lincoln, remember all those times we was down at City Hall together? Me and you looking in each other's eyes, watching the craziness go on? Boom, that took Lincoln out right there. Well, how did that take Lincoln out? That took Lincoln out because that put Lincoln in there with him. He and Lincoln were on the same level. And if you, what some people would view, you lift me up to your level, I'm not going to challenge you. Y'all, this stuff is not like, I promise y'all, I'm not making this stuff up. There are people who, if I elevate you to my level, I disarm you. Because now you are one of us. But here's the funny thing. Lincoln was on the damn air when they was down at City Hall making all that ruckus. They wasn't sitting next to each other, looking each other in the eye, marveling at the craziness going on. Lincoln ass was at the radio station. But he loaned him some of his whiteness for a minute and completely disarmed him. But I knew that was going to happen. And that's not me taking a shot at Lincoln Ware. That is not me taking a shot at Lincoln Ware. Again, I like Lincoln Ware. I like the Lincoln Ware show. I'm a fan. Like I told y'all yesterday, when I told you I'm a fan of Wyatt, I'm a fan of Lincoln. I like Lincoln's show. I believe it or not, I like Lincoln's style in terms of its entertainment value. Lincoln is entertaining. But it's certain stuff I don't expect from Lincoln because that's not Lincoln's personality. It's not the way he get down. Who really thought Lincoln was going to challenge anything? No person, no reasonable person who's listened to the Lincoln Ware show for any amount of time was sitting there like, ooh, Lincoln gonna get him on that one. Nobody thought that. So if I would have thought it was anybody's responsibility to challenge anything that he said, I would have thought that it was Lincoln's. But I really didn't think it was anybody's responsibility to challenge him. My issue wasn't that people didn't challenge him. My issue was that people went so far the other direction, they was swinging from his nutsack. That was my issue. Okay, I'm not going to challenge him. I'm going to let him just promote his book and let that be that. This is so good. Oh, this is so good. Oh, man, he telling us our history. Oh, he's sharing the story. Oh, he telling the truth. Oh, this is good stuff. Oh, this is it. You don't have to do all of that. You don't have to do all of that. Even before he started talking, when he first came and sat down, I saw a message that popped up on the Facebook chat. Now, y'all be nice. One of them, oh, he's so great. Oh, he's so this. Y'all be nice. Why? Why we gotta be nice to him? We can be mean to everybody else. Oh, it's a white man. We got company. We got company. Y'all better act right for the white man. We got company. People are people. Yeah, I don't appreciate Bronson. I don't appreciate who he is and what he did while he was at the Inquirer, and a lot of the propaganda that he put out against Black Cincinnati. Okay. I'm not even telling you, like, be mad. But it's crazy because somebody could say, well, man, you doing what you talking about doing. I'm not mad at Peter Bronson for trying to sell a book and understanding the audience that he's trying to sell the book to. I'm not mad about that. I'm mad at the audience for buying into it like that. That's what I'm mad at. All right, what else? What else I got to talk about? Because it irritated me. I promise y'all, it irritated me today. Kirkland talking about, oh, Lincoln gonna challenge him. I said, Kirkland, you got jokes. What you mean I got jokes? What you mean I got jokes? You really genuinely thought Lincoln was gonna challenge Peter Bronson face to face? You really thought that? Like, a for real part of your being thought Lincoln is face to face with this man who is saying things that Lincoln says that he doesn't believe in. And here I'm talking about the Confederate soldiers thing. And I don't, wherever you fall on it, like some people might actually agree with that. But Lincoln has said he don't agree with that. So when he deviates a little bit from selling the book, for a minute, he forgot the audience that he was talking to. And then he tried to finesse it. Hold on. Did anybody else notice? I felt like he almost said the N-word. I think that part might have been just me. But when he was talking about they sent the guys up to the front line or whatever, and then they put them in the whatever they put them in, and then he came back the next day and he saw that they was in, and he told them, y'all can't treat them like this. And then he came back and he said, send them. I thought he was going to actually say the N-word. Send them ends back up to the front line. He called himself. And he sent those guys back up to the front line. I was like, he almost said the N-word. But it might have just been me. It might have just been me. I might have been the only one who thought he was going to say it. But he didn't say it. He didn't say it. But then after, like, again, that ain't Lincoln's style. But if you face to face with somebody, like for real, if I'm face to face with you and you say something that I don't agree with, I'm sorry, I gotta use Wyatt again. Because I told y'all that I like Wyatt. I'm a fan of his. I respect him. I appreciate what he did to help me business-wise, all of that stuff. But Wyatt know this. Wyatt know if me and Wyatt were face to face, because I do it even when I ain't face to face, but if me and Wyatt is face to face and Wyatt say something that I strongly disagree with, I'm gonna be like, hold on, Wyatt, that ain't true. That ain't true. And I got you face to face. We can have this conversation. But that's who I am. That's who I am. When you ever known Lincoln to be that guy? Kirkland, when you ever known Lincoln to be that guy? Lincoln ain't that guy. And again, this is not a knock on Lincoln. I'm not asking Lincoln to be something that he's not. That's not who he is. So you sitting back talking about, oh, Lincoln gonna challenge him on that. Have you not been paying attention for 50 years? Have you not been paying attention for 50 years? That's not what he does. It's just not. And again, that's why these people, when I had a show over there, they wouldn't come on. Oh, they would not come on. Because they know I'm going to challenge. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to do all of that. I'm not going to do all of that. I ain't going to holler and scream, but I will. Hold on, wait a minute. I just, y'all know me. I will say this. I just want to make sure I understand what you just now said. Did you just now try to put Confederate generals and the Black Brigade on the same level? Is that what you just did? Just making sure I understand what you just said. Y'all know with every fiber y'all being, that's exactly what I would have said to that man. And then we would have went from there. Because I like to make sure that I understood what was being said. Davis Denise says she got a call in. I didn't hear. Did I hear your call? I don't think I heard your call to Bronson. No, I think I did, because I think did Lincoln say, and I might just be imagining, but when you called in, didn't Lincoln say something like, oh, here we go, or something like that? Or was I just imagining that? I don't remember what you said, but I think am I imagining that? Did Lincoln say, oh, here we go, when you called in? But I didn't get a chance to listen to your whole call, because I think at that time it was time to do some active editing. I wasn't rendering at that time. Brenda says, on the contrary, I believe Lincoln is that combative. He argued with Marcus. Stop it. Lincoln argued with Marcus is two buddies kind of jousting a little bit. Lincoln do more giggling with Marcus than he do arguing with Marcus. Stop it. Stop it. And again, I'm not saying this is not a knock on Lincoln. It really is not a knock on Lincoln Ware. That's his style. He has kind of perfected that, and it's bought him 50 plus years in that industry, being the non-threatening black man. Nothing wrong with that. Is that an insult? I don't know if that's an insult. It feels like more strategic. And Davis Denise says, answer your phone. I haven't seen my phone ring. Hold on. Let me do a quick refresh here of the phone lines. Okay, I haven't seen the phone. No one has called. Are you dialing the right number? Davis Denise, are you dialing the right number? 513-717-KING. 513-717-5464. Because you know, if you get one of them digits wrong, you're not calling me. So I'm waiting to see. Marquetta says she's calling, but I haven't received a call from you. Hold on, let me call me. Make sure that the line is working. Oh, okay, there she is. There she is. Marquetta.
Now, how come you ain't say Davis Denise?
Because last time you said, don't call you that, call you Marquetta.
Because that's my name. There you go.
What's
How
up?
you doing, E-Man?
I'm doing good.
You got your panties your drawers in a bunch.
And my drawers is always in a bunch. It's a bunch of stuff down there they got to hold in.
Now, I did call into Mr. Bronson. The thing I think that Black Cincinnati don't understand, the Black Brigade won the Civil War. Fuck all that other stuff he was talking about. Read your history. The Black Brigade, if those 700 black men had not volunteered, they had arrested 300 people and said, y'all gonna be our cooks and y'all gonna be our linemen and your ditch diggers, whatever. They put them in jail. That's true. But 700 came back and said, nah, we ain't. We're gonna be soldiers and we're gonna fight for our freedom. Keep in mind, slavery is right across the bridge. If they had not volunteered, the South would have won. Period. That's what when he say the man who saved Cincinnati, he really saying the Black Brigade saved Cincinnati. Look up the history. I
But
called in
well, hold
and I
on.
made it a
Just
point
so you
to
know,
mention.
that's not what
Oh, go
he's
ahead.
saying. That might be the fact of the matter, but that is not the point of his book.
No, I'm saying that's what I'm saying. I'm saying that
Okay.
he's 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 he came to the Buzz audience because that period of history was influenced by black Cincinnatians to win the Civil War. There would be no book. There is no monumental point in history. Like he said, the white man was coming to rob Cincinnati. It was already set up. But the Black Brigade, when they formed, they were so strong in their alliance that when they went to dig those ditches from Cincinnati to Louisville, it was black men who were arm in arm with Union soldiers digging those ditches, and they were singing "Glory, Glory, Hallelujah." John Brown's body might be molten in the grave, but his soul goes marching on. Who is John Brown? Do you know who John Brown is?
I don't. Who's John Brown?
John Brown was a white man who fought against slavery. He was an abolitionist who fought to his death against slavery. He was a friend of Frederick Douglass, and he was really one of the kickoffs to the Civil War because he said, as a white man, you're not going to keep enslaving my black brothers and sisters. It's an abhorrent thing to do. So he was a catalyst. He was like the Huey P. Newton of that time, and the men honored him in song. So even though he's dead, the principles that he stood for gonna go marching on. So from here, from Cincinnati all the way to Louisville, you can hear them sing that song. Now
Okay.
I agree with you about propaganda, and I don't know Peter Bronson. I'm familiar with, I guess, the
Hello.
drama
Okay, you're breaking up.
that people had with him
You're breaking up.
and the Inquirer information.
Marquetta,
I'm here. You here?
I'm here, but you're breaking up. You disappeared for a minute.
I'm still here with you.
All right.
Okay. So, again, the written word is powerful, but the spoken word, the Bible even say the spoken word when he spoke, before anything, it was the word. So when people like Pharaoh call in, don't nobody want to hear from Pharaoh. Like you said, when Brother Doug call in, and he don't nobody want. Marquetta thinks she's so smart. I done talked about the Black Brigade plenty of times. Don't know, she thinks she's so smart. What is wrong with us reading and talking to the community? When it comes from us, it's almost like an insult for us to discuss these things. But like you said, Mr. Bronson, he could write a book, come peddle it, everybody call in, pet him on his head.
All right. Are you there still? Marquetta? Marquetta? Marquetta going once. Marquetta going twice. All right. I don't know what happened to Marquetta. But yeah, she is one of those who, she's one of them highfalutin, well-read people. she reads and, she has information. And people do get on her about it. They've always gotten on her about it when she calls the radio station. They've always done it. They've always done it. But I'm not, look, because I saw Brenda's comment. Where is it? Where is it, Brenda? Brenda say, F a history lesson. Let's talk money. Well, I mean, everything, look. Again, it's kind of like what I'm saying about Lincoln. Everybody ain't the money guy. If everybody talking money, we're going to lose our history. If everybody talking money, we're going to lose our history. Who are the people then to talk history? Oh, hold on a second. Caller?
Okay, I'm sorry. I had to go get on my daughter's iPhone.
All right. Get rid of that damn Android. All right. Go ahead.
You know what? Wait a minute. My Obama phone just died too. It just died. I had that thing for a long time. I ain't even got no benefits no more, and it finally died. I was tripping like, look at that. But I'm on her $1,000 iPhone. Anyway, what I was saying was propaganda works both ways. When you said we don't expect Lincoln to be confrontational, that's true. But what was he supposed to say?
I mean, he could have said exactly what I said. See, it would be different if Lincoln wasn't one of the people who was saying he think that the Confederate monuments should come down because, basically they're just monuments to white supremacy. If Lincoln didn't believe that and had never said that, then I wouldn't have expected him to say anything. But Lincoln has said that that's what he believes. And so if you believe that and then somebody comes and says on your show, they need to stop taking those Confederate monuments down because it's just history, then I would expect you to say, hold on, they're not just history. They're actually more monuments to white supremacy because they didn't really start erecting those things until the civil rights era to show, put that in people's faces. So that's what he could have said.
And so and here's another thing about Lucan. Lucan was not a single mayor. I mean, he went from anchor to mayor, but Alicia Reese was his vice mayor. So anything that he did, she was right there with him. She was she was the black community's representative of his administration, and whatever he did to us was okayed by her.
I don't know that I agree with that.
I'm going to keep bringing up the fact of Huntington Meadows. Huntington Meadows was garbage. I get it. It should have been torn down. I get it. But the fact is, the state of Ohio came to the city and said to the city, y'all got to give those black low-income renters back the tax credit of $5 million that we gave y'all for their housing. And Lucas said, I ain't got it. I ain't got it. Y'all got to go somewhere else with that. And went to the governor, I believe, at the time and said, tell them to leave me alone. And shortly after that, we got 3 CBC. Now, I had to call in. We've argued for years. The main thing I argue with you about is what? Gender politics. When you talk about propaganda, and I put the definition of propaganda in your chat, when somebody says, like you said, the Black Brigade is not on the same level as the Confederacy or, whatever the equivalency is. When you can say as a black man, black women are not as soft, not as feminine as a man in drag, as a trans man, you don't think that's propaganda?
No, because hold on. Can I answer? Can I get the full answer out? Huh?
I'm not finished with the question. You don't think that it's propaganda for you to say that black women are so difficult, so manly, so masculine? No other race of men just gonna throw them back. They throwbacks. They ain't worth an Indian man or a white man's attention because you don't think that's propaganda? Now go ahead. I'm sorry.
First, I didn't say that. What I said was that, and I tried to be like super clear the whole time. I said, I'm not talking about all, I'm talking about some. And that was in everything. So if you wanted to take the things that I said and apply that to every black woman, then that would be you. And that's something you have to reconcile within yourself. But for me to say,
because you said
can I finish?
All, but you still implied black women. But go ahead.
Can I finish? So to say that there are some black women out here who are not in touch with their femininity and that most men don't want a non-feminine woman, I don't think that's propaganda at all.
Okay. Is it racist?
No. Because, and here's why. It would be different if I was saying this only applies to black women. But because I was specifically, the way that it was brought up was that somebody noticed that there were a lot of black men at an event, upper class, high value black men at an event, and a number of them had white women. And so because my conversation was surrounding black men in particular, and why some of those black men may end up with women that are not black, I have to talk about what they may have been seeing in some of those black women that made them, again, and I was real clear about this, and I talked about Byron Allen in particular, in the sphere that he moves in. There's a limited number of people that are moving in that same sphere. How many of them are black? And then are those black women aware of, in touch with, and operating in their femininity? So it's not a knock on black women. It's a knock on those black women who he happened to be around. Now, I did expand it to talk more generally, again, about black women, but the same could be said about white women. The same could probably be said about a whole lot of other women, but the conversation in particular was about black men and their relationship with black women. So there would have been no reason for me to say white women are delicate. I didn't say that.
Okay, but you said in particular a turnoff would be them curly baby hairs.
Yes.
Them long eyelashes.
Yes.
Them BBLs. I don't know nobody with a BBL.
Sadly, I do.
Oh my God. For real?
Yes.
Nobody. I'm just saying I don't know nobody. So propaganda again.
Do you not? Hold on. I'm gonna let you finish.
I don't agree with what you.
Wait. I'm gonna let you finish. Hold on. Let me ask you a question. You said you don't know nobody with a BBL.
Not personally, no.
Do you know anybody that wear them long eyelashes?
I do.
All right. Do you know anybody that do all the nonsense with their baby hairs?
My daughter loves her baby hair.
All right. So you know 2 out of 3.
Hmm.
So I don't know that it's propaganda if you can say you know
So
2 out of 3.
wait. Who says that that's ugly? Who says that that's unattractive?
For the
This is
most
why
part, black men.
This is. Let me talk, Emanuel.
My bad. My bad.
I let you go.
You did. You did. I said my bad. I said my bad.
It's your show, and I don't want to be rude.
I said my.
I appreciate
What you want me to say?
talk.
I said my bad. Go ahead.
Okay. So, culturally speaking, those are group identifiers. Black men as a group are not saying, I don't like baby hairs. I don't like eyelashes, because Mary J. Blige wear eyelashes. Toni Braxton wear eyelashes. Most of the people you see on TV wear eyelashes. It's a makeup. When you look at things like baby hairs and all that, y'all might consider it ghetto now, but it'll be on the runways of France next year, and it'll be considered couture.
To who?
So black women have been known for years to be trendsetters. And have you seen Sloppy Seconds on Tubi?
Seen what?
Sloppy Seconds on Tubi.
No, I haven't.
Don't watch that. But if you have, it shows you. It's just like Eldridge Cleaver. Eldridge Cleaver did the same thing, and I think black men don't realize the part that you play in propagandizing the dehumanization of black females. Because we're all black, it's easy to identify a white man who's saying, "Oh, look at them black people." But when it's black men who constantly berating, demoralizing, and just basically, "Oh, I don't like her," y'all be married. Like, you're married. What black woman do you know that's not cooperative, that's not working with you, that's not being sensual and soft to you, that you would come out and say, even if not all, but some? You don't have an interaction with any woman
What?
in that manner outside
What?
of your wife.
That's not true.
What woman? What is? And here's the thing: what is femininity to you? What is feminine to you?
Oh my
You would
goodness.
say that a man in drag, a trans man, a nigga with a wig and heels on, is more feminine than some black women.
Well, first, I didn't say. Hold on. Let me go back and address the other thing first. I'll get to that. The eyelashes and the baby hairs and all the extra makeup and all of that kind of stuff, the wigs and the weaves, all of that kind of stuff. You say, well, who says that that's not attractive? And it'll be on the runway next year or whatever.
It will.
Who
It
who
has been.
who says it's not attractive? It's the people who maybe you trying to attract. Is look. Let me tell you about me. If
Wait,
no,
wait.
come on. You gonna interrupt me? I didn't.
You said, let me tell you about me.
I said me.
We're
No,
talking
me.
in general.
I'm saying let me tell you about me.
Yes, sir. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
If I'm trying to attract you and you tell me I don't like, because my hair is gray, but I'm dyeing it, and you say to me, I don't like men who dye their hair. Now, how am I to get mad at you because you don't like what I'm doing? If I want you, I stop dyeing my hair. And if not, then I keep dyeing my hair. But I don't tell you, what? You don't like my dyed hair. This is going to be on the runways next year. No, I'm trying to attract you. So if men, in particular black men, are saying, we don't like them weaves, we don't like them long eyelashes, we don't like that nonsense with the baby hair, we don't like all of that, fake booties and all that kind of stuff, why get mad at the man for telling you that he don't like stuff? Then the question becomes, if you're doing it for you, cool. Keep doing it for you. But don't get mad at me because I don't like it.
There you go. That's the point that I'm trying to make. Women do things, beauty aesthetics, for themselves. It's not always to attract a man. And
that's
if you're
fine.
A married man, and I would listen, honey. My inbox stay full. And whenever I go outside, it's always a man at me, whether I got on lashes or not. Just by the fact of me being female, men are in pursuit, Period. I've heard you say women can't get dates. And I didn't. You hung up on me that time, but I wasn't trying to be rude to you. I was just saying you've never been a woman. You've never been feminine presenting, so you don't know what it is to be a woman. You don't know that men still pursue you after 50. Men still pursue you whether you got long eyelashes on and a BBL
sure they do.
not.
Absolutely they do.
Okay.
Because they want to hit. Because they want to hit. Not because, you know what I'm saying, to a large extent. And I mean, you know, this ain't universal.
Men should be sexually
sometimes
driven.
it's different. But
what else are you trying to do with a woman if you're not sexually driven?
Maybe
if
marry her.
Not attractive enough.
Maybe develop a meaningful relationship with her. See, there's a difference between, ooh, I want to pursue you because I want to hit, and ooh, I want to pursue you because I want to get to know you and develop a meaningful relationship with you, and maybe marry you in the long run.
Manuel. But everybody's not looking for marriage. Everybody don't want to get married. Men are attracted, period, to women, period. That is the cause of nature. That's the cause of law and effect. It's positive, it's negative.
All right.
You attract your opposite, period. But my point is, you can't say propaganda just come from the white man when we have black males and black females, I give it to both sides, out here stereotyping a whole group of people, and you're only speaking from your own self. You're only speaking from what you want. I even heard Wyatt do it, and
look. I'm not speaking from what I want. I got what I want. I'm trying to help because here's why it matters. Because here's why it matters. Because there's a lot of sisters out there. You may not be one of them. But there's a lot of sisters out there that want meaningful relationships with men. All right? They don't just want to be ran through.
Stop that?
They don't just want to be ran through. They want meaningful relationships, maybe even marriage.
So you think I just want to be, how about I just want to be single and left alone?
Okay, that's fine. That's why I said I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about
women who want to be ran through. What woman you know want to be ran through? Why can't she just be happy in her beauty aesthetic?
Okay, that's fine. But that's not who I'm talking to. I'm talking to women who talk to me about wanting relationships, meaningful relationships up to and including marriage. So
if you see them with lashes and baby hair?
Yes.
And BBLs?
Yes. They think that's what's going to get them there.
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
I've never seen that in my life. But I get what you're saying. And I'm going to keep pushing back because, like you just said, you know, if you were to sit in front of somebody like Peter Bronson, you wouldn't be afraid to confront issues that you know you have a disagreement on. Mm-hmm. And I don't have anything against you personally, but some of your conversations throughout the years have been very misogynist. Always attacking, they can wear the same way, always attacking single moms. There's nothing wrong with being a single mom.
I never attacked single moms. I've never attacked.
I said Lincoln Ware, but you attack women generally.
I never attack women.
You attack black women.
I never attack black women.
Anytime you say a trans man, a trans woman knows how to be more ladylike and more feminine.
It's not what I said.
You have your chat.
You should go back and look. You should go back and re-listen to that.
I'll make it.
Yeah, go back and re-listen to that. I never said that trans people or whatever, the fake women
trans women know how to be more feminine than some black women.
Actually, what I believe I said is that trans women are trying to be more feminine than some of the women are trying to be. They putting in the work to do it, where some of the women ain't even trying.
How do you try as a woman to be feminine? What is femininity to you if it's not ovaries and a vagina? What is femininity to you if it's
femininity is not necessarily just ovaries and a vagina. Look, I've met some effeminate men.
No, you met men who act like women.
I've met effeminate men. I have met effeminate men, and they don't have ovaries or a vagina. They're effeminate.
Okay.
And I've met some masculine ass women who probably got 2 ovaries and 6 vaginas.
I'm going to hang up after this. When black women stand up because this is a conversation we've had before with Black Lives Matter. When Black Lives Matter came, you had all of these women, strong Black women, standing up with signs with their 9-year-old daughters, marching in front of the police, demanding justice. We're going to shut this interstate and expressway down. And you had everybody else joining with them. And then you had these 3 basically criminal Black women take and create an institution that was created on the backs of Black men who were being murdered by the police, who amassed massive wealth off of that. Where was the masculine Black men to fill that vacuum? Why was the feminine or the female front and center? Why was she not considered? Why was her strength good then when she's standing up against the police with her protest signs, but bad any other time?
Well,
okay, let me listen to you. Thanks for the entertainment.
All right, let me answer that this way, which is the same thing I believe that I said the other day. Strong and feminine are not mutually exclusive. You can be a strong woman and be feminine. I don't understand why y'all don't understand that. And maybe sometimes that's the confusion. You think, oh, I'm strong, so I can't be feminine. That's not true. And Walter Bradley, the word I used is effeminate. It begins with an E. Look it up. But it's not true that you can't be strong and feminine. And a lack of men being masculine doesn't necessarily mean that you as a woman have to be masculine. Maybe you just have to be strong. Because you can't compensate for the lack of masculinity around you. Maybe just for the lack of strength. They're not the same. If I was surrounded by nothing but exceptionally masculine women, I wouldn't start acting effeminate to compensate for the lack of femininity in the room. That argument to me doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to me. If y'all, I'm gonna say it one more time. If y'all don't know this, for the women who want to know, look, if you cool, whatever, do you. If you don't like what I'm saying, I'm not attacking anybody. But if you don't have to be masculine in order to be a strong woman. You can be a very feminine, strong woman. Stop confusing the two. All right. Twin.
What's up, E, man?
Hey, what's up?
Can you hear me, man?
I can hear you.
I'm just making sure you can hear me, man.
You sound a little weird, but we'll work through it.
Hold on, E, man. Yeah. I profoundly agree with you, man. Hey, man, long time ago, man, like, I was cracking this girl, right? She was masculine, whatever. Real, I don't know, strong, real strength, and, always was wondering and stuff. But she always be, what you call them, tomboy. And I always was scared. I was like, man, I want to crack her so bad and stuff, but she too manly for me. But she had feminine ways a little bit. But she, when she put it on, she always used to wear, like, tomboy clothes, look like a dyke to me. But until we went out and everything, she dressed up in that. I'm like, dang, that's a real woman right there, man. I see, but I always used to be scared because I wanted to hear it so bad. I was like, man, she's too manly for me. But come to find out, though, after I did finally get it, I was like, damn, she just right. Man, with these women today, man, I can agree, man. I hate a woman with some stupid lashes and this stupid lace front. I really got my mentality as an old school, man. I just can't do that new stuff, man. I don't like women with that new butt and everything they got and titties and everything, man. That's a turn off to me. Especially a woman that like drinking and smoking and everything. And I just don't like stuff like that today. And I mean, to each his own. It's a new world order. Me too, as people out here now. But to me, man, I can't holler at no broad and stuff like that. With that lace front and eyelashes and all that. That's a turn off. You constantly every time we land in the bed, maybe I want to play with your hair or something like that, and kiss on you, mess around, and one of them eyelashes pop out of your lace front, fall back and everything. I can't do nothing. Now you bald head. I got more hair than you now. So I can agree with you today, man, for the first time. You did?
I don't know if that's exactly what I said, but I understand what you mean.
No.
I understand what you mean. Look, it's not wild and crazy to say, and for me and the people, men, black men in particular, that I've talked to, I haven't talked to a single one of them that's like, bruh, I be turned on as hell when I see them long ass eyelashes. Or bruh, I love a woman with a weave. I've never heard a man
no real player
ever say that to almost to a man. I can't think of a single man that I've ever met with, talked to, interacted with who was like, yeah, I like that. We in general don't like that stuff. And and Marquetta, if you want to wear it, or whoever, if you want to wear it, that's fine. But don't be mad at me because I don't like it.
Yeah, because shorty I'm with now, my girl, I was like, you like that lace front stuff and that eyelash? So she tried it one day, and I'm like, yeah, I told you don't like it, dude. I just want to see how it look. I said, man, just take that stuff off and use that little, what they call that little outline pencil thing. Just mark your face up like that. You'll be happy. Put some grease and water on your face and call it a day. I said, don't put that little stupid makeup on your face and all that, because next day you be looking like Michael Jackson and stuff. Scare the hell out of me when I wake up. Well, I never liked it there, man. You so right, man. Because I ain't never been around players, and some of the guys I hang with, some of their girls be like that, some of them don't. And then I'll be looking like, she just don't know how she look. A hot mess. You got the lace front look like almost like a girdle in the front and everything. So, man, it's crazy. This is, I guess, it's the new world order, whatever, new world generation. I don't know, man. Me too. If just Beyonce or one of them throw it on, they come behind, they go throw it on, man. So to each his own, man.
To each his own. Yeah,
to each his own. But I don't like it. I can agree with you. I don't like it at all.
Same
I
here.
would say when it never came out with it. To me, they should have just kept it old school. Hey, just put some grease and water, use the curling irons, and keep it moving. The rollers and stuff. They don't even use rollers no more, do they, man?
But let me say this. I don't know if they do. But let me say this. Look, Mrs. Livingston is natural. I've never seen her wear makeup. I've never seen her, wear a wig or anything like that, a weave or nothing. If Mrs. Livingston decided, because we going to this event, and if she decided, I want a different look tonight.
You go say what the hell going on?
Well, not really. If she wanted to, throw on some makeup and wear a weave or whatever and just look different for the night, I wouldn't kick her out like I want a divorce. You know what I'm saying? But if she decided this is my new normal, then we would have a problem. We would have a problem.
You gonna have a problem anyway. If y'all going out to an event and you ain't seen your woman like that, and she put on that lace front and half eyelashes, and you were like, hold on, is this the right Miss Livingston I'm married? Baby, where you think you going? I'm going with you. And you'll be shocked. Oh, you gonna say something, man. Don't say you ain't gonna say nothing.
No, I didn't say I wouldn't say nothing. I didn't say I wouldn't say nothing. But I said, you know what I'm saying, it wouldn't cause no issue with our relationship. It just wouldn't.
No, it shouldn't be. It shouldn't. But you're being shocked, and your first reaction like, hold on, babe, where you think we going? We going to just a little small event. We ain't going to a gala or anything, babe. What you doing? You'll confront her like, but you'll get over it in 10 minutes and stuff, like a couple of seconds. You just shocked about it. You got to react real quick, like, hey, I ain't never seen you like this now. This kind of threw me off my square a little bit.
Yeah.
So that's how I feel, though. But you talking a good game today. You ain't talking out of your body or nothing like that. You talking good right now. I can finally agree with you, E-Man. Finally agree with you, brother.
All right, let's end on a high.
Oh, yeah. Don't say I ain't wear gloves either. I ain't got none today, man. I'm working today. Yesterday I wasn't doing nothing. They told me they was fronting me today. Like, yeah, I saw you yesterday on the camera. You weren't working. But they was messing with me. They know I hustle, man.
All right.
All right. Be safe, man.
Thank you, twin.
All right, man.
All right. And then this always happens. This always happens. As if this was the topic. Like, Marquetta did this. But then it always happens. But I'm a show some of y'all women how to handle this. I'm going to show y'all how to handle this. Y'all going to handle it the way y'all want to handle it. But I'm going to show y'all how I think it should be handled. Oh, now hold on. Let me get this. Caller?
Hey, Emanuel. Maybe I caught the tail end of it.
Hold on. Can you?
I was trying to
hold
hear
on. Caller, can you hold on for just a moment? Let me sure. Get this out, and then I'll get to you. Gotcha. Janice says, so now let's encourage our black men to become more educated and articulate. Oh, I'm not being stereotypical. All right, let's not deal with the last part for right now. So let's encourage our black men to become more educated and articulate. I agree. I could become more educated and I could be more articulate. See how I'm not all bent out of shape about some advice? So whether you mean it to be stereotypical or not, I can apply it to me. Other men can apply it to themselves. It don't bother me. I don't feel like you're attacking me. I don't feel like, you know what I'm saying? I don't have to come in. Oh, how dare you attack black men? I don't have to do all of that. I can just say, I can agree. Black men could become more educated and articulate. Good point. See, ladies? See how you do that? All right, go ahead, caller.
I don't think anyone can argue with that. I think everyone should become more educated than they were yesterday.
Yes.
But, yeah, so maybe I missed the tail end of it. Did I hear Twin say that he couldn't talk to anyone with eyelashes and whatever he was saying? Is that what he was saying? Because I guess I was confused in the sense of I've seen a lot of beautiful women, and it doesn't really matter what they're wearing or how they do it. It's really about the confidence that they have about themselves. And that's what really shines. I think that attracts men to whatever you like. So but my first thing is if there's a personality and, you're fun to hang out with, and then we can see what God blessed you with and see if we can, make it work. But I mean, I've just never looked at a woman and said, oh, I can't talk to her. She's got a BBL. I think I take each woman for who she is at that moment. And it's not like put in a box like, oh, she's not.
Hold on. Before you finish, what's your name?
You can call me Langston.
All right, Langston. Go ahead.
So, in essence, I'm just trying to understand, like, how do we have all these prerequisites? You know what attracts you, and I think you should first get to know who you're talking to first. So, like, what is going to draw you to that person? Do you guys have the same likes, dislikes? Because honestly, like you said, if you're just looking for someone that you guys are just having a good time, then maybe it might not matter. It matters to me, but I just can't be interacting with someone that I'm not somewhat enjoy being around. And I think when you find that you click on something, then whatever draws you to them, it's like it enhances their beauty. So, I mean, it doesn't matter to me whether eyelashes, BBLs, if they have a weave or whatever it may be, a sew-in. It's the personality.
All right. Can I ask you a question? A couple questions?
Sure.
How old a man
Absolutely. I'm 40.
All right, you're 40. You're single or you seeing somebody?
I'm single.
Are you looking? You're not like
Absolutely.
because sometimes like Marquetta said, she's single for right now anyway. She just want to be single. She ain't looking for no relationship or nothing like that. She being comfortable in
Right.
her singleness. Are you looking or are you like, I'm single, I want to be single, and what's your status?
Well, I think you're always kind of looking, but honestly, I think I'm more. Maybe fall in the same category as Marquetta in the sense of I really want to build something first, and then maybe that second. But I mean, definitely, I'm always looking for someone that has that same drive. And I mean, if not, that's cool too. You can go catch a movie, go get a dinner with someone. But there are a lot of women that you can meet out there that have that, and if they do, then we can see if we can build on that. But some women aren't that way, so it's okay too.
All right.
But
And so you don't have a issue, like to you, it's not about the physical. Like you don't have to be attracted to the woman even, just if she's confident, like, because I don't want to say ugly, because I really do believe beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So if you look at a woman and she's not necessarily an attractive woman to you, but she's confident, you still cool with that. Like, hey, I'm attracted to her confidence, even if I don't like the way she look.
Well, I always take that as secondary. Like, so say if I like someone that I don't know if they're big into news, they like to stay on task of what's going on in the world. They're always constantly bringing with new ideas and things that's going on. Then yeah, I can work with that. So then I start to take a second look at them. Like, okay, she's shorter than I'd like, but she's really funny. She's got a great personality. She likes to go to the gym like I do. So, and then if I enjoy spending time with you, then I think that to me that starts to make that person more beautiful. And again, some people look for, to me, in this day and age, they look for what the world says this is beauty, and then you try to make that work, and that never works. That never works. I met a young lady. She was from New York. Beautiful. I mean, runway beautiful, but has the ugliest attitude, and it made her ugly. So I mean, they can't always go with that.
But you're saying if you see a woman, and to you, whatever your standard is, she is just the opposite of beautiful. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you like big girls, she's a twig. If you like a twig, she's a huge chick. If you like a short girl, she's super tall. If you like them dark, she's super light. You know what I'm saying? She's the exact opposite of what, when you look at her, you think, man, she is not attractive at all. But but if her personality is cool, you can rock with it.
Absolutely. That doesn't put her out the game. I'm not saying what will happen in the future, but definitely she's still got a ticket to the game.
Okay. That's
absolutely. So yeah, I was just shocked
beautiful.
about that. Like, I mean, I've just never looked at a woman and said she's not attractive. Now I might say, oh, she really knows how to dress. There might not be something physically that is not drawn to her, but I can tell by the way she holds herself, by the way she dressed, if she's articulate. I'm like, okay, all right, well, we got something here.
Hey, that's beautiful, man. That's beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm not even gonna say it.
Go ahead.
Nothing.
Go ahead.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Yeah, I guess I just took that, like, golly, I just never, I mean, I can go through the mall or go have a dinner with someone or go just hang out with friends, and I've never said I could never be with that person because of X, Y, and Z. I just never looked at women that way. I mean, I think if anything, if I said, hey, what's your thoughts on Palestine and Israel? And if they say, I don't know what that is, or what's going on with that, yeah, that would be two strikes right there. I would say that because it's like, what we're talking about. So, I can do so much of, the gossip stuff or what's going on in the social stuff, but also, you got to be well rounded in a lot of things. What's going on in the world.
That's beautiful.
So yeah.
Yes.
Yep. So hey, man, you have a great evening. And stay tuned.
All right, Langston.
All right, brother. Later.
All right. So there y'all go, ladies. Y'all better find Langston. Y'all better find Langston. It don't matter who you are. It don't matter. He don't have no preference. He don't have no preference. I respect that. I'm laughing, but I respect that. He has no preference. It don't matter. I respect that. Y'all better find Langston. Just be able to talk about stuff. Have a good personality. Have a good personality. I think Langston might be in the minority. Excuse me. Langston might be in the minority. Ooh, we need some ladies like Langston. I don't care how much money he make, what he looked like, how he dressed, if he got a car, he gotta have a job. I don't have no preferences as long as he got a good personality. Woo, that's beautiful. That is beautiful. I care. I care. I have things that I like. I have things that I don't like. And you have to, at least for me, I had to look at it and, you're like, okay, I like this. She looked good, whatever. Oh, she a little, on the whatever, she a little tall, she a little short, she a little big, she a little, she ain't got no booty, she ain't got no titties, she ain't got no, whatever. And can I deal with that? Can I deal with that? But it is a factor. It's a factor. Not for Langston. He don't care. He don't care. I like it all. I like it all. I need you to have a little bit of everything. I need you to have a little bit of everything that I like. And a good personality. But not Langston. He just wants you to have he has never met a woman that he looked at and thought that she was not physically attractive. That is beautiful. That is beautiful. That is beautiful. Red and yellow, black and white, they are precious in Langston's sight. Langston loves all the women of the world. As long as they got a good personality. Oh, I'm sorry, Langston, I'm not laughing at you. I think it's so beautiful, it tickles me to the point of laughter. Thank you, Langston. That is something to aspire to for me. That is something to aspire to. Because I'm not even out there looking. And I'll be seeing some women and I'll be like, she is beautiful. I'll tell Mrs. Livingston, like, she's really attractive. Mrs. Livingston is quite confident. She don't worry about that. And I'll see some others and be like, but hey, I'm working. I'm working on it to be more like Langston. Ooh, oh boy. All right. Well, if you don't like it, the long eyelashes, I don't want her to be like bald-eyed. I don't want her to be bald-eyed. You know what I'm saying? I want her to have some eyelashes. I want her to have some eyelashes. I just don't want them to be like that when she blink. Even if you're like, oh, I want to enhance, I want my eyelashes to be a little fuller, a little thicker. They be like that. Langston don't care. But if I was out there on the dating scene and you had if I would have met Mrs. Livingston and she'd have had on that, I'd have never tried to holler. I would have never even gave it a shot. How is that demeaning anybody? How is that demeaning anybody? Y'all, I got to get out of here. I said it was going to be a short show. Y'all keep doing this. I said it was going to be a short show. And that's that. Hold on, Davis Denise, she says, I would never allow a man under 5'7" to holler. I have no problem with that. And I'm under 5'7". I have zero problem with that. See, I don't think that's demeaning. You like what you like. And you don't like what you don't like. My feelings ain't, I don't think you're attacking short men. You know what I'm saying? Like, why? This ain't hard, y'all. This ain't hard. How is me saying I don't like that eyelashes like that demeaning women, but you talking about you would never allow a man under 5'7" to holler? Not demeaning. I don't think it is. Because I don't think what I was saying is. You're talking about what you like. Why can women talk about what they like and what they don't like? And it's cool. But if men say, I don't like that, see, you demeaning them. You attacking them. That's misogynistic. You can have preferences, but I can't. That's not reasonable. That's not reasonable. Davis Denise says, exactly, but I'm not saying black men under 5'7" aren't masculine. Because that wouldn't make sense. And I'm not saying women with them eyelashes aren't feminine. But I'm saying there are some non-feminine women. Why? I don't understand. Why? I don't understand. There are some men who don't operate in their masculinity. There are some women who don't operate in their femininity. I don't think either of those statements is an attack on anyone else. Why would I have a problem if a woman said to me, you're not masculine enough for me? I'd be like, all right. Are you attacking me? No, you're not attacking me. Whatever your definition of masculinity is, I'm not meeting it. Either I can up my masculinity or I can say, you ain't the one for me. And move on and go about my business. It's not an attack on men. It's not an attack on manhood. It's not an attack on, it's none of that. You don't think I'm masculine enough for you. Okay. Why is it that men, some men, be cool with that? Bruh, she said I wasn't tall enough for her. She don't know what she's missing, bruh. Something is wrong with her. You need to tell her. No, another dude would be like, guess she like tall dudes and you not tall. And the only way I would ever admit, like if one of my boys was like, bruh, I saw you trying to holler at that chick up in the club. Yeah, I know I'll be in the club. I saw you trying to holler at that chick up in the club. What happened? Did you get the number? I'd be like, nah, man. She said I wasn't tall enough for her. Like, oh, I'd be like, hey. So I went and hollered at the chick next to her and I got her number. That's the way, from my experience, that's the way men deal with it. She said I wasn't tall enough. So I went and hollered at the chick next to her and I got her number. She said I didn't make enough money. So I went and hollered at the chick next to her and I got her number. She said she like light-skinned brothers. So I went and hollered at the chick next to her and got her number. She said I wasn't rough enough, thug enough. So I went and hollered at the chick next to her and got her number. You just, whatever it is, all right, and you move on along. I haven't known men to sit back, see, she's attacking men back then. Stop. She don't want you, you move on to the next. And you keep moving on. Eventually, you're going to get some digits. And eventually, if you keep working your hand, you're going to GTD. And that's going to be that. Unless, you know what I'm saying, you want to build some nice relationship or whatever. You just move on. She wasn't the one. That simple. No, that's an attack on women. It's not. It's not. It's misogyny. It's not. I get to have my preference too. Now, here's what I'll give you. Preferences do kind of ebb and flow. Because there is something, Langston, there is something to, I like a chick with a nice booty. You know what I'm saying? I like a nice booty. But I've met chicks who they had so much other stuff. It's like, okay, she don't have a booty that I like, but she's sexy. And you know what I'm saying? You can move on. You're like, okay, I'll give up this for all of this. It's misogynistic. You're such a misogynist. How dare you not like long eyelashes? How dare you not like baby hair contouring? I don't know what they actually call it. How dare you not like weave? You hate women. No, I don't like weave. That's what I don't like. Weave. All right, y'all. I got to get out of here. You see that? Y'all notice they kept trying to throw it at me? Not throw that at me. They kept trying to throw out stuff that they thought was like insulting. But I'll keep telling y'all, I think some of y'all women can get so much more if you stop being offended by everything. Look, if a woman told me you ain't tall enough, I ain't tall enough. I can't do nothing about that. I can't be taller. I guess I could get that surgery Kevin Hart keep talking about, but I can't be taller. There ain't nothing I can do about that. If I'm not tall enough for you, you definitely not the woman for me. But anything that I can control, if I want you, I just, you know what I'm saying? That's what you ain't got enough muscles for me. I'm going to the gym. I'll holler at you in 8.5 months. You know what I'm saying? With G. Grilled chicken, broccoli, and the gym. some what's that stuff he tried to get me to take? It's not. What's the stuff he tried to get me to take? I'm talking about my trainer back in the day that builds muscle. It's not a steroid. It's something that you take. You got to take so many of them. Come on, no, not Viagra. Where you at? Where you at, McConnell? I think it began with a C. I don't know why I can't remember this stuff, y'all. It's a supplement. Creatine. Thank you, Brent. I'm gonna take me some creatine, protein shakes, hit the gym, work on my diet, because I want you. That's something I can work on. See, that's you attacking men. You so misogynistic. It's misogyny. No, it's not. You want a muscle bound in. I got to get my muscles up. It's such an attack on men. So misogynistic. You never hear men crying about misogyny. Well, we just move on to the next. All right, y'all, I do have to get out of here. It's almost 5:30. Y'all done kept me around here. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. I think I'll be on tomorrow. I don't know why I'm even questioning it. I think I might have something. I'll let y'all know. If I'm going to be on tomorrow. But as you go through your day, do everything you can to enjoy your day, okay? And you know what I always say, if you out and about and you're around people, be the reason that somebody smiles today. Till next time, I'm out, y'all. Peace.